All right, Baltimore investors. So here we have a flip by my friend Tyler. He actually flipped this entire house, did everything, a lot of it all brand new, and he's going to show you what he did throughout this house. This is in the $385,000 house, and he did about $75,000 of renovations. So this isn't the smaller projects I've been showing you recently. So we're going to walk with Tyler. He's going to walk us through, and he'll show you part by part what he paid to get this project done. Let's take it to him.
What's up, guys? This is Tyler Dalton, and we are standing in my first attempt at a very full house renovation. We used a 203K loan to renovate this 1900s home that's around 2,000 square feet. This house initially started out in really rough condition. The previous owner did a terrible job doing the renovations. The lights were mismatched, the plumbing was busted, the floor was uneven. We took it down pretty much all the way, did a great job doing a full renovation, replacing most everything in the house and giving us the final product that we see here today. So the point of today's video, we're going to go through the numbers, we're going to go through the process that we did, the thoughts behind each little aspect of this project and how we really added value to this project and gave us the full overall value of $385,000. So in this project, we spent about $75,000 renovating it and created a significant amount of equity in this property. So we're going to go through the numbers right now and go to the next room. All right, so now we're going to transition on into the kitchen, and over here, we initially had an island that was blocking this room, and what we really wanted to do was to create an open floor plan house. It's very popular these days. Since in a row home too, you also want to make and give it the best open feel as possible. So we demoed that island. We created much more open space, putting this island here. The lengthwise, we also had a bathroom over in this area over here, which was very oddly placed. It really threw off the flow of the room, and it kind of got in the way with the basement door. So we moved that over here into this area. So all in all, for the kitchen, we did a ton of demo. We had to pull up the floor, like I said before. We had to sister the joists. And the demo, we spent about $2,000, and that included demo and haul away for trash. So we had a really good deal with our contractor overall. We did have a general contractor on this project. Since we were using a 203K loan, that is a requirement of the loan to use a general contractor. So a lot of the prices that we're going to be talking about today are in more of a bulk, but we're going to break them down for the purpose of this video. So in the kitchen, we did a upgraded job as far as the cabinetry, spending money on nice marble countertops and high-end stainless steel appliances. So the cabinets, this includes the kitchen cabinets plus the master's bathroom, which we had a custom vanity built. We spent about $6,500 on cabinetry. Countertops, we spent about $3,500. Again, that includes the kitchen and it also includes the master bathroom. So we got a really good deal on those two things combined. Appliances with the kitchen stainless steel plus washer and dryer, we spent around $3,500 in those as well. So overall, as you can see, we did a massive overhaul on this kitchen, and as we all know, kitchens and bathrooms are what really drives the value of the house. So number one, we wanted to have something that was aesthetically pleasing, something that's going to be functional for my wife and I in this house. Also, we wanted something that's going to drive a significant amount of value. So roundabout numbers, we spent around $15,000 in this kitchen. We got really good pricing on all of these products. So to the normal homeowner, this would have been around a $25,000 to $30,000 renovation. So now we're going to transition on upstairs, look at some other parts of the house, and see what you think about those numbers. All right, so now we're on the second floor. We are standing in a hall bath here, and one thing that we really wanted to do in this house, especially since it's going to be our live-in flip for the next couple of years, we wanted to make sure the finishes were done a little bit nicer than the traditional renovation. So we didn't get everything from Home Depot. We went to some specialty stores, and one of my favorite stores is a place called Floor & Decor. There's a local one around here, and as you can see, we ended up getting the Carrara marble floor in this bathroom. We used a Carrara marble floor in our shower, in our master, and on the master floor. So again, this was a little bit higher price point than you would typically see in a renovation, specifically one from something like Home Depot. But the products that we chose ended up being a really good price point, specifically based on what we were picking out. So this bathroom, we did a pretty good overall renovation. We tore all of the walls out, we refinished the walls, put in new plumbing, put in a new vanity, and then here again, we just really want to make it a nice, comfortable bathroom. Since we do have 3 bedrooms on this floor, we wanted to make it something that was spacious, something that's accessible, and really wanted something that was going to be durable overall. So I think we came out with a really nice product, something that looks sharp, looks clean, and we used a really nice, elegant product overall. All right, so now we're in the master bathroom. This is one of the most distinguishing parts of this home that we feel like we really added the most value. As you can see here, we really did a full job renovating this home. Previously, we had to redesign this entire bathroom, and we probably spent about $12,000 overall on this, redesigning it, putting in plumbing. So the rough end cost for this bathroom alone, those were built into our GC fees, but that was around $1,500 to just reroute the bathroom and replumb that. As far as electrical goes, we had to do a lot of electrical maneuvering as well. Spent about $500 on those rough ends. And then on just raw cost of renovating the bathroom, as you can see here, we have a standalone tub that we spent about $600 on. Got a really good deal on that from Wayfair. That's a really good place where we got a number of our features for this home. They have great products at a really good price. As you can see here on the wall, we also bought these tiles from Floor & Decor. We did a Carrara marble tile all the way throughout. We did spend about $3,000 on tile for this house, which is a good bit more than we anticipated, but since this is our home, we did justify that cost. But we think it really came out with a nice finish as well. And you can see it's along the walls, and it also goes all the way throughout the shower, up and down as well. Another feature that I love about this house and that we spent a good amount of money on is this custom glass shower. On this, we did a number of shopping around. We found a really great local guy that did the whole shower encasement for about $2,700. So again, this is a distinguishing feature in the house. We felt like it really truly added value to the property, and everyone who's come in certainly does appreciate what we spent on the home. And the last thing we'll talk about here is this custom vanity. We had an awkward space here. Previously, there was a shower in this space, and we completely demoed the shower and decided to put a master vanity here. So we wanted to make sure it was a nice space, and we have the matching countertop that we have in the kitchen, as you'll remember from downstairs. And so this is a great space for husband and wife or two partners living here. So we wanted to make sure to have a great space that had beauty and everything all encompassing. So now we'll transition on into the master bedroom and show the rest of the master suite over here. So as you can see, the master bedroom has plenty of square footage, tons of space here, more than we really even need in this property. But we've got tons of natural light in here, and we just love the space. Initially, this was an awkward wall. We didn't know what to do with it, so we talked about a number of different options as far as utilizing the space, and we ended up just creating a single closet in this area. We talked about adding a closet all the way through, but there were some issues as far as the HVAC and the vents. As you can see, we do have a vent here over in the corner, and so it's best just to leave this for the single closet. For now, it's my closet, and we'll transition on into my wife's closet over here overall. So as you can see, tons of space in this area, and a lot of great features in this house as well. So we had to replace all of the doors throughout the house, reconfigured a lot of the doors. So we spent about $3,000 replacing every single door in the house. And then I think it came out pretty nice, replaced all the door hinges and all the door features. Oh, and just so you know, that $3,000 was spent on $1,500 was spent on a custom front door, and the other $1,500 was spent on doors throughout the house, about 9 or 10 doors that we had fully replaced throughout the house. So another thing that you may notice is that we've got hardwood floors that are installed all the way throughout the property. What we really wanted to do was, this is an older historic home, we wanted to bring that value back, and we really like hardwood floors to begin with. So we wanted to install those in every bedroom. A lot of flippers, they will spend as little money as possible, and so in a lot of the bedrooms they'll put carpet, but for us in particular, we wanted to make sure that we had wood floors in each bedroom, so we put that in. Overall, we did splurge on the floors. We spent about $8,800 on hardwood floors, which is pretty expensive based on the size of the house, and that was a pretty big budget line item. Oh, and so you do know that $8,800 is labor and material, so we got the floors from a local Wood Floors Plus, and we paid around $2.50 per square foot. We got a really good price on those wood floors, but it was labor and materials, so that worked out to be a pretty good price. All right, so some other items of this house that we haven't talked about so far. This is an older historic home. It is an old historic neighborhood, so they do have a slate roof. That was one thing that we had to spend money on, one thing we had to spend time on. So we spent about $2,900 replacing some areas on the roof. Other things that we spent money on overall, The basement was something that we did not finish. We didn't feel like it added value to the property. So we just simply painted the basement and made it a nice dry space, made it good for storage, but we didn't want to spend too much money in there since the ceilings weren't high enough to really make it a livable space. Other categories that we spent money on were exterior windows. So again, being in a historic neighborhood, they had to be a specific type of window, and we had to get custom made wooden windows, and we spent about $3,300 on 6 windows alone. So that was a huge cost. Again, another issue with being in a historic neighborhood and historic society was having to spend that extra money on windows. Shutters were also an item that we spent about $1,700 on. We had custom wood functioning shutters, which again is another expensive item due to this historic nature of this property. And today we just had a new fence installed outside. We got a really good deal on that. About 45 linear foot of fence that we had put in for around $1,600, which I felt was a pretty good deal for the property, and it turned out to be pretty nice as well.
All right, and so that is it for Tyler's renovation. So as you can see, it's a very large house. We went ahead and walked through the whole thing. You see it's 3 floors, about 4 bedrooms, a master bedroom, plus all the 3 individual ones, 3 bathrooms. It's actually quite an extensive project. So if you guys have any questions about projects like this, we want to go ahead and give you some of the larger projects like this flip, 2,000 square feet, and then also like those smaller ones that you've seen me and Will do, where it's the lower end like duplexes and such. We're going to get a whole lot of others, some room sharing houses where we have to do 5 beds, 5 baths. We have to do lots of other multiplexes, maybe 3, 4, just so you guys can see the cost of all of this. So if you like this kind of content, definitely like and subscribe. Comment below. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll show you that next. Talk to you soon.